Good morning, students. My name is Asutosh. Today I am going to discuss transmission control protocol. These are the content of today's lecture. First, I will discuss process to process communication. In previous video, I have discussed transport layer. What is the introduction of layer and its responsibility, where I have discussed in detail process to process communication. Now today I just give the overview of process to process communication, and then TCP header, then TCP services, what type of services are running in TCP, and then what is TCP segment and sequence number, and what is acknowledgement number, what is negative acknowledgement, and then finally discuss TCP operations, what type of operation performed in TCP. This is process to process communication. This is the internet, in which there are different routers are connected, and this is the source host, this is the destination host. This area from this host to this host, this is source and this is destination. It is domain of IP protocol, or we can say this is the network layer delivery of packets from node to host to host. And from if a process running on the system, then process to process communication is done in transport layer. I have already discussed in previous video. So this is the domain of TCP protocol, because the process to process communication requirement in transport layer. So this is the domain of TCP protocol, and this is the what is the role of port number. Process is uniquely identified with the help of port number. This is the TCP, this is an source side TCP, this is destination side TCP. So there are different processes are running in source host, and here different processes running on destination host. This is 64295 is port number, which is identify second process, and this is the another process on receiver size. Communication takes place between them with the help of process to process communication. This is called process to process communication. Process are communicate with the help of, in between there are different routers switches are running. This is the TCP services. TCP services, as in previous lecture I have discussed, there are mainly two types of TCP services: a transport layer services, which is connectionless, and connection oriented. This is the connection oriented services. TCP takes the connection oriented. And now I am discussing about the TCP services, where I have discussed about the transport layer services, but now here I am discussing the TCP services. This is the source and this is the destination. How to data transfer from source to destination. Data transfer from source to destination in TCP stream of bytes. Data can be converted into different bytes, and from source to destination it is transferred. TCP is a byte stream oriented protocol. It is also known as byte stream oriented protocol. TCP, unlike UDP, as already discussed in previous lecture, TCP is a connection oriented, whereas UDP is a connectionless protocol. Before moving towards, first I will discuss what is TCP header, just like we have discussed what is IP header in network layer, and another, when we talk about the transport layer, then TCP header is important. TCP header is a primarily transport layer protocol used to provide reliable full duplex communication. In TCP, data transfer takes place in both direction, which is called as full duplex connections or full duplex communication. The most common use of TCP is exchange the TCP data encapsulated in an IP datagram. As I have already discussed, when the message is generally created from application layer, application layer transfer to their message including its own header to the transport layer, and transport layer receiving message from application layer, and again transport layer adding its own header and send to the application layer. This is keep on going until unless it don't reach to the physical layer. Once it reached to the physical layer sends the message to the destination side physical layer in the form of bits, and again it decapsulates the header. In this server side, in source side, the packet header are encapsulation, in the destination side headers are decapsulation takes place. This is the very simple diagram by which we can understand. This is the IP datagram. Whole is known as IP datagram. This is the TCP data which is received from the application layer, and then TCP again adds its own header, and this is the complete part is known as TCP segment. I will discuss what is segment, what is sequence number, what is byte number. I will discuss after 2-4 minutes. And then again this is the complete message, and again this is the IP header included in the network layer. This is the TCP header frame format. This is first row indicates source port number. This is destination port number. This is sequence number. I will explain what is source, what is destination, what is sequence number, but just see what is this is acknowledgement number. Acknowledgement number having 32 bit. This is header length. It is having 4 bits. 6 bit are reserved for the future purpose, and remaining 6 are the flag used by the TCP header. This is urgent pointer, urgent. This is acknowledgement. This will discuss and later later. And this is the window size. Window size is 16 bit. And this is the checksum. Checksum I have already discussed in TCP in IP datagram packet, where checksum is optional, but here checksum is not optional. And then again urgent pointer. Urgent pointer is used to send the urgent data. Most essential data can be sent if this flag is up. This is the urge. If it is up, I mean it is active, then this pointer can send the essential data which is more important for that particular time. And then again this is the option field. This is optional 0 to 40 bytes, and this is the data for optional. So I will discuss one by one what is source and destination port number. Identification of sending and receiving application along with the source and destination IP address. In the IP header, identify the connection as a socket. I have already discussed in previous lecture what is socket address. Socket address nothing but just a combination of IP address plus port number. This is known as socket number. And then move forward about what is sequence number. Sequence number is the first data byte in the segment, because segment having different data bytes, and the first byte number indicates the first byte number of the segment indicates the sequence number. If the SYN bit, this is from 6 flag we have shown in figure. If the SYN bit is set, that means sequence number is initial sequence number, and the first data byte is initial sequence number plus 1. That means if SYN bit is 1, that means the sequence number is the initial sequence number of the first data byte is the initial sequence number plus 1. यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले अगर यहाँ पे हमारा सिन बिट सेट है, आई मीन अप है, 1 है, तो हम सीक्वेंस नंबर को, इनिशियल सीक्वेंस नंबर जो हमारा होगा फर्स्ट बाइट का, उस सेगमेंट का जो फर्स्ट बाइट होगी उसका जो नंबर होगा उसमें +1 कर देंगे। इसको भी हम लोग एग्जाम्पल से आगे समझेंगे। व्हाट इज नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर। इफ द एक्नॉलेजमेंट बिट इज सेट, आई मीन अप, then this field contain the value of next sequence number the sender of segment is expecting to receive। इसका मतलब ये होता है, जैसे हमने एक्नॉलेजमेंट जब आता है तो जैसे हमने सीक्वेंस नंबर भेजा, सीक्वेंस नंबर के बाद +1 करके वहाँ से वो एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा रिसीवर, तो सेंडर ये एक्सपेक्ट करेगा कि मुझको जो है अब नेक्स्ट ये डेटा रिसीवर को भेजना है। Once connection is established, then always this communication takes place until you get the complete data transfer from source to destination. Once data has been transferred from source to destination, connection has been released. For connection establishment and for connection releasing, three-way handshaking mechanism is required, which is already discussed in previous video lecture. You can follow from this lecture. From here you have clear your doubts if any doubts occur in here. What is header length? Header length is a 32-bit word in the TCP header. This indicates the where data begin. बेसिकली ये आइडेंटिफाई करेगा कहाँ से हमारा डेटा स्टार्ट हो रहा है और कितने बिट का हमारा हेडर है। तो हेडर के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे 4 बिट यूज़ करते हैं। उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट हमारा होगा उससे हम लोग क्या करेंगे, द लेंथ ऑफ TCP हेडर इज ऑलवेज मल्टीपल ऑफ 32 बिट। इसमें एक सबसे पहले हमको ये ध्यान रखना है कि जो हेडर का हमारी लेंथ होगी वो हमेशा 32 बिट के मल्टीपल में होगी। द फ्लैग्स आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेज दैट 1 or more can be टर्न ऑन एट ए टाइम। देयर आर 6 फ्लैग्स, एक या एक से ज़्यादा फ्लैग टर्न ऑन हो सकते हैं एक टाइम पे। सेट 1 या हो सकते हैं अर्जेंट पॉइंटर, जैसा मैंने बताया कि अर्जेंट पॉइंटर अगर हमारा फील्ड सेट है, एक्टिव है, तो इसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे, जो मोस्ट एसेंशियल डेटा है ड्यूरिंग द कम्युनिकेशन, जैसे हमारे पास कम्युनिकेशन ट्रांसफ़र हो रहा है डेटा सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन, अब हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा है जिसको हम लोग सोर्स से डेस्टिनेशन पे भेजना चाह रहे हैं, तो उस डेटा को रोक के उस एसेंशियल डेटा को हम लोग पहले भेजेंगे। एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर इज़ वैलिड। अब एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर मैंने बताया कि सीक्वेंस नंबर जाएगा रिसीवर के पास, रिसीवर या तो सिंगल इंडिविजुअल एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा या कम्युलेटिव एक्नॉलेजमेंट भेजेगा, डिपेंड करेगा। जब हम लोग एक्सरसाइज सॉल्व करेंगे तो बताएंगे क्या क्या रीज़न है सिंगल का, इंडिविजुअल का, क्या है मल्टीपल का। And PSH push, receiver should pass the data in application as soon as possible. And reset the connection. This is used for resetting the connection. If any problems occur, then connection can be reset using these flags. And since synchronized sequence number initiate the connection. First it is used to initiate the connection, for it is used for the connection establishment and fin. This is used, sender finish the sending data. This is used for finishing the connection. What is window size? This is also known as advertising window. This is the number of bytes starting with the one specified by acknowledgement number field that receiver is willing to accept. This is 16-bit field, limiting window size is this. इसमें हम लोग क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं, जैसे इसकी मैक्सिमम साइज़ कितनी होगी विंडो की, इसमें हम कितना डेटा भेज सकते हैं। मैक्सिमम लिमिट विंडो की हो सकती है 65,535 बाइट्स। इतने बाइट का डेटा हम लोग जो है इस विंडो से लिमिट है, मैक्सिमम लिमिट इसकी ये है। अब इसके बारे में अभी जब हम आगे सॉल्व करेंगे एक्सरसाइज तब देख लेंगे। चेकसम हम लोग पहले ही बताया, चेकसम हम लोग यूज करते हैं एरर के लिए। दिस इज मैंडेटरी फील्ड दैट मस्ट बी कैलकुलेटेड एंड स्टोर्ड बाय द सेंडर। ये हमारा कैलकुलेट करेगा सेंडर और इसको जो है हम वेरीफाई किससे करेंगे, रिसीवर से। दोनों अगर मैच कर जा रहा है तब वो डेटा को रखेगा, अदरवाइज इट द डेटा कैन बी डेटा मस्ट बी डिस्कार्डेड इफ checksum value are not matched with the source and destination values, both values not matched, both values. Urgent pointer, as I have discussed, this is the only valid if urgent flag is set. TCP segments mode is a way for sender transmit emergency data. As I have discussed, I have told the most essential data to the other end. The other end means destination. The feature is rarely used. This feature is rarely used. TCP segments. The IP layer as a service provider for TCP needs to send the data packet not as a stream of bytes. The IP layer service provided sends the data in packets not as a stream of bytes, but in TCP sends the data as a stream of bytes. TCP groups a number of bytes together in a packet called segment. TCP यहाँ पे क्या करेगा, नंबर ऑफ बाइट्स को ग्रुप करेगा और उन ग्रुपिंग को जो एक आईपी पैकेट, एक पैकेट में जो कुछ नंबर ऑफ बाइट्स को हम रखेंगे तो उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे सेगमेंट्स. सेगमेंट्स इनकैप्सुलेटेड इन ए डेटाग्राम पैकेट. और उस पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में हम क्या करेंगे, इनकैप्सुलेट करेंगे अपना टीसीपी, अपना हेडर लगाएगा और वो हमारा कहलाएगा आईपी डेटाग्राम कहलाएगा. ईच सेगमेंट कैन बी डिफरेंट साइज, इट्स डिपेंड ऑन द साइज व्हाट डेटा वी हैव सेंड. जैसे मान लो हमारे पास क्या है, पहला जो हमने भेजा उस पर कुछ सेगमेंट का डेटा साइज कर दिया, कुछ सीक्वेंस नंबर दिया, उसमें कुछ साइज हमने दे दिया. दूसरा भेजा उसका कुछ साइज दे दिया, लास्ट वाले में हमने साइज को वेरी करा दिया. तो वो मैटर नहीं करता कि वो सेम साइज का होना चाहिए. द सेगमेंट कैन बी डिफरेंट साइजेस कैन बी सेंड फ्रॉम सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन इन आईपी डेटाग्राम. प्रोसेस ट्रांसपेरेंट टू सेंडिंग एंड रिसीविंग द प्रोसेस. दिस इज द TCP segment. How TCP segment can be transferred from source to destination. This is the buffer, this is the sending process, these are the senders, these are the segments, these are the stream of bytes, and some stream of bytes is grouped into the packets which is known as segments. This is another segment. You can say this is having 3 bytes for example we can say, and this is the 5 bytes. So this is the segment of different size, this is the segment of the different size. And receiving end, this is also takes place as it is sent, and finally it is received as it is sent to the receiver. Receiver receive this packet and again waiting for another segments, and finally is received by the process, because process to process communication is valid in transport layer or TCP segments. TCP properties, there are different TCP properties. Full duplex services, communication takes place in both directional, source to destination and destination to source. Segment can be flow in both directions as I have discussed. Each TCP had sending and receiving the buffers. I have already, we can clearly show the clear from the figure where sender and receiver having its own buffer. Connection oriented services, it is a connection oriented services. Source TCP inform destination TCP and gets approval from the destination. That means there is a source and destination. First source sends a approval message for the destination. If destination approves this message, then again source and destination data can be takes place between the both direction. When source and destination destroy their buffers, first connection takes place, then data transfer from source to destination or destination to source. Once data has been transferred, then connection will be released and buffers will be destroyed. And this is the reliable service instead of unreliable, where UDP takes place, unreliable services. Sequence number. Packet in TCP are called segments. There are different packets in TCP are called segments. We can divide the packets TCP in different packets, and each packets is called segments, and each packets having group of bytes, as I already discussed. All bytes in TCP connection are numbered. Number does not start with the zero number. Initially TCP generate random number between 0 to 2 to the power 32 minus 1, because sequence number is reserved, 32 bit are reserved in TCP header for the sequence number. Then the range lie between 0 to 2 to the power 32 minus 1. The random numbers generate between these two numbers. After byte numbers, sequence number assigned to each segment. The sequence number for each segment is the number of first byte carried in the segment. जैसे इसमें क्या होगा, सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, बाइट को नंबरिंग कर दिया. द सीक्वेंस नंबर असाइन टू ईच सेगमेंट, जो उसकी फर्स्ट बाइट होगी वही सीक्वेंस नंबर हर एक सेगमेंट को हम डिफाइन कर देंगे. द सीक्वेंस नंबर फॉर ईच सेगमेंट इज द नंबर ऑफ फर्स्ट बाइट कैरीड आउट बाय द सीक्वेंस नंबर. सेम जैसे यहाँ पे बोला गया वही चीज़ यहाँ पे हमने बताया है. अब एग्जाम्पल से क्लियर हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट आई विल क्लियर यू from this example. Imagine a TCP connection is transferring a file of 6,000 byte. The first byte is numbered. From there we can I have already given in question. The first sequence number is numbered, byte number is 10,010. What are the sequence number of each segment if data is sent 5 segments, with the first 4 segment carrying 100,000 bytes and last segment carrying 2,000 bytes. As I already discussed, it is not necessary each segments having same size. Here you can clearly see that the 4 segment having 1,000 bytes and last segment fifth segment is size of 2,000 bytes. And first randomly number generated for first byte of the first segment is 10,010. The following shows the sequence number of each segment. अब यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं फर्स्ट सेगमेंट का क्या होगा. सबसे पहले हमारा सीक्वेंस नंबर 111010101 10,000, ये हमारा हो गया इतना. बाय मिस्टेक दिस इज रिटन आई. इग्नोर दिस, ignore first digit of this number. Only you can consider 10,000. by mistake it is written 10,010. तो फर्स्ट हमारा क्या होगा, यहाँ पे 1000 हम ले जा सकते हैं एक बार में. तो 10,010 to 11,009, because 9, why it is 9, because 10 is already included. Then these can consider 1000 byte at a time in a segment 1. For segment 2 this is 9. You can this send a acknowledgement to the sender, and sender sends a next packet which is +1. तो 9 यहाँ पे है तो क्या करेगा, उसके अगला वाला सीक्वेंस नंबर यहाँ पे बाइट नंबर्ड होगी. जो फर्स्ट बाइट होगी दूसरे सेगमेंट की वो हमारी क्या होगी, 9 तक यहाँ था, 10 यहाँ पे होगा, उसको यहाँ से भेजेगी, यहाँ से लेके 12,009 तक. सिमिलरली सेगमेंट 3 भी वही करेगा, 10 से लेके 13,9 तक भेजेगा. ये 13,9 से 14,9 तक भेजेगा. ये क्वेश्चन में बोला गया ये 4 हमारे क्या है, 1000 बाइट का सेगमेंट है. लास्ट वाला हमारा 2000 बाइट का सेगमेंट है. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, 2000 बाइट को हम लोग सेंड करेंगे. अब देखो इंडिविजुअल एक्नॉलेजमेंट अगर ये भेजता तो इसको रिसीव करने के बाद इसको भेजता, तब ये भेजता. फाइनली ये क्या कर रहा है, यहाँ तक जब आ गया तो फाइनली इसने इसको लास्ट 5th सेगमेंट जैसे रिसीव हुआ तब इसने इसको भेजा सेंडर को. तो ये भी हो सकता है वो कॉम्युलेटिव एक्नॉलेजमेंट है या इंडिविजुअल एक्नॉलेजमेंट है, उसको हम लोग डिटेल में देखेंगे. Acknowledgement number. Communication in TCP is a full duplex. I have already discussed. Each party is nothing but it is a source or destination. Number byte usually different starting byte number. The sequence number in each direction show the number of first byte carried by the segment. Each party also use an acknowledgement to confirm the byte received. जैसे इसमें क्या होगा, जैसे रिसीवर है ये क्या करेगा, सेंडर को बताएगा, कंफर्मेशन मैसेज भेजेगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर. एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर इंडिकेट्स द नेक्स्ट बाइट दैट द पार्टी एक्सपेक्ट टू रिसीव. एक्नॉलेजमेंट नंबर ये भी बताएगा कि अगला कौन सा बाइट, कौन सा नेक्स्ट बाइट हमारे पास आने वाली है जो कि रिसीवर द्वारा रिसीव होगी, उसके लिए एक्सपेक्टेशन रखता है. दीज आर द TCP ऑपरेशंस. Basically there are two types of operation. Here I am showing. First encapsulation and decapsulation, and another one is multiplexing and demultiplexing. Multiplexing. Encapsulation, the data moves from upper layer to lower layer. I have already discussed. This is the process which is running on application, and then this is the message generated from the application layer, and this message is received to the transport layer, and TCP includes is header. This is called encapsulation, and again it sends to the IP layer. We can say it is a network layer, and then again IP layer includes its own header, and then again sends to the data link layer, and data link layer again added its own header, and similarly this process is called as encapsulation. And in other hand, decapsulation takes place when data link layer receives packet, then again he decapsulates its own header and sends this message to the network layer, and network layer removes its header and then forward the message to the transport layer, and transport layer again removes header, and finally received by the receiver, and finally this message to the delivered to the process where the receiver want to this message. And this is the multiplexing. Another operation, multiplexing and demultiplexing. Transport layer gathers the chunks of data it receives from different sockets. जैसे यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, डिफरेंट प्रोसेसेस आर रनिंग. यहाँ क्या करेगा, TCP सबसे क्या करेगा, डेटा रिसीव करेगा. इसके बाद ये क्या करेगा, ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर का हेडर ऐड करेगा. उसके बाद क्या करेगा, इसे मल्टीप्लेक्सिंग प्रोसेस करने के बाद ये क्या करेगा, IP लेयर को भेज देगा जो सेगमेंट्स में क्रिएट होगा, क्योंकि सेगमेंट्स में डेटा भेजा जाएगा. फिर वहाँ IP पैकेट्स में जनरेट होता है, सेगमेंट्स यहाँ पे IP में जनरेट होगा, IP पैकेट बनेगा. अब इसके बाद ये क्या करेगा, सेम पैकेट्स जिस तरह यहाँ पे आया उसको रिसीव करके फिर इसको डीमल्टीप्लेक्स करेगा. जैसे यहाँ पे इसने सबको मर्ज करने के बाद उसको मल्टीप्लेक्स किया था, फिर इन्हें बना के डेटा लिंक लेयर पे नेटवर्क लेयर पे भेजा था. ये क्या करेगा, सिमिलरली यहाँ से डेटा रिसीव करेगा और डिलीवर करेगा करेक्ट सॉकेट जो जहाँ से आया है उसको वहाँ भेजने की कोशिश करेगा. अगर मान लीजिए प्रोसेस नंबर इससे कम्युनिकेट करना चाह रहा है तो सब मर्ज करने के बाद एक पैकेट बना, यहाँ पे आ गया, मल्टीप्लेक्स हो गया. अब एक सिंगल डेटा बना, यहाँ से यहाँ आया, ये क्या किया, डीमल्टीप्लेक्स करेगा. इस वाले को यहाँ सब मर्ज हो गया तो ये इसको पहुँचाएगा, ये इसको पहुँचाएगा. फाइनली सारा डेटा एक दूसरे के पास जिससे कम्युनिकेशन करना चाह रहे थे वो उसको पहुँच जाएगा. थैंक यू.